Hi, everybody. I am back with a simple and hopefully quick message because I am still doing these windows. I have 3 more windows for the downstairs to go because I think I'm gonna be putting a back door in these windows in my dining room, and these windows, they're perfectly fine and I'm not worried about them right now. But I did have a message I had put up on my post and also on the post of Mara Speaks, that becoming whole is messy but worth it, right? And I just wanted to say that not only is it messy but it's also long. It's a long process. Like it's always going to be something that you're learning in the process that you're going to have to ask God to help you grow in that. So I am dealing with that a lot. I know that when my relationship had ended, I just want to tell a story. I was going to church. I couldn't go to my other church anymore because I knew that that's where my ex had went, and I decided to go back to my old church, right? And I know that my new pastor did not know me well, and probably he did when you think about it, because I'm always crying. But I was going there just purging, and I allowed myself to purge. I did. I said, you know what? It's okay. You cry it out and you purge until you don't have no more to purge, and you're not wrong for it. I knew I wasn't going mental or anything. I just knew I needed to let it out. I couldn't just act like as if it didn't affect me. 8 years in a relationship of somebody you love, and then all of a sudden you acting like you're okay. You're not okay. And I knew I didn't want to take it longer with me. So I purged. I went to church every time, and every time I'm in a corner, I'm like, so, and I don't know if my pastor was speaking about me or not, but he said, okay, now it don't make no sense to come in church every day on Sunday and be snotting, be snotting and crying and stuff. And I'm the only one that was doing it. So I'm I'm sure other people would probably, but not as much as I was. Literally, because I allowed myself the time to purge so that I can get through it, so that I can become whole. Because I knew that I wanted to be in a relationship. I knew I wanted better for myself, and I didn't want to carry this, so I needed to let it work on it. So I find myself now crying so much, right? I cry a lot. Y'all probably see every video. There's a tear that's going to come out my eye. When y'all not with me, there's tears coming out my eye. And I'm and it's funny because I know nothing's devastatingly wrong with me, right? But I am just enjoying the process, and I'm allowing my feelings to be what they are, right? Just to be what they are. So the Lord is working in me. He's working through me. And I just love the fact that, I am, working on me. So, yeah, and I'm going with it. So I know that if y'all see my videos all the time, y'all be like, that girl stay crying. She stay having to have tissues all by her all the time. But I just wanted to say that because I'm it is a long and messy process, because you have to go through, you have to dig in some areas that you might not want to have to dig in. You don't really want to have to bring up in your life. Then you're going through new processes in life, right? Especially as you get older, is always something new, and how do you deal with this new thing and still stay whole, right? And still try to figure out who you are and who is this new person in you, because you're still dealing with the old junk in you, right? The old stuff that is so past you now, but it still somehow affects you. And you do have to go back. You have to go back in order to figure out, so when I get this way, or when I feel this way, what is causing that? And that means you got to go sometimes as back as childhood. I know I was on here about someone mentioning my color and questioned me on my color. And I realized that was a sensitive part for me. Like I was very sensitive. Like, hold up. So it reminded me of, feeling inadequate, feeling not pretty, feeling like as if I wasn't made well enough. Like, why did God make me with this color? Remembering all the things that caused me to be in that space. And it just like came rushing back, and it just like hit me. Like, I thought because we put so many things in back of us, we just bury them. We don't realize that sometimes those things still affect us. And so I am like working on me, as well as I had to mention to this person that, you need to work on you. But I also realized, like, why did that affect me so hard, right? So I just wanted to say that becoming whole is a messy and long process. And I don't know if we'll ever get to the end of, I'm whole now. Like, I don't think it works like that. I think that you'll always be working on yourself, always be trying to be your better self, always be trying to make God proud of you, and just knowing that God, did put a purpose in you, and that you do carry it out, even in all your messiness, even in the long process. So that's my message. It wasn't long, but I just wanted to mention that because I just find myself like always on this camera crying up a storm in people's face who don't know me, and those who do know me be like, oh, Melissa, yeah, she cry. People who do know me, like, she cries. And I never realized how like emotional that I was. Like, I never realized it until I just started sitting here. I'm eating my lunch before I get back to these windows, because I just pulled out the windows, which is a crazy not hard process. It's really not hard, but tedious. Anyway, yeah, I thought about that. I said, these people do not know my real personality, and they probably just think I'm a crying mess. It made me think of it. And I said, you know what, but becoming whole is a messy process and a very long one. So enjoy your day, and enjoy your journey on becoming whole, right? Enjoy your journey, your messy process, your long messy journey process that we got to go through. I don't know if that made any sense, but enjoy it, because of the fact that when you get on the other side, you'll look back and you'll be able to breathe better. You'll be able to sit here and notice things better. Like how I said with that guy and how that affected me, I noticed it better. I said, hold up, but why did it affect me? And then it made me have to go back because of the fact of how I was treated, or, when I was younger, for my color. And, just not even just kids. I'm talking about adults did it when I was a kid. Like, it was crazy in my own race. And I don't know, it just brought something back, made me angry. And I said, I got to work through that. And I ain't got through it, obviously. It's only been a couple of days. But the point is, I noticed something to work on. I know I can't let somebody's perspective affect how I feel about me, right? So, and that's really what the process is. Just figuring out who you are, figuring out what you can do to, correct some of the areas that needs to be corrected in you. And also not letting people get away with mess. I'm sorry, I wasn't going to let him get away with that. I feel like he needed to know. So you will have to look at the last video on Mara Speaks to know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I'm in a dating process, and that's not working out really well, I guess. It kind of, somebody, I don't know, we'll have to see, because I'm not the person that jumps and falls in love real quick. I am very skeptical. I'm always paying attention. So, and that's probably a process I got to work on in myself too. Learning how to trust and be more open. But it's okay, because, being too open, what is it? The Lord says, guard your heart, right? So that's what I'm doing, because not guarding my heart caused a lot of pain. Anyway, love you all. Y'all all stay blessed. Bye-bye.